Shri Parashakti Vidyala CBSE Class 9th Standard Subject English.
Dear students, hope you fine. Today we are going to learn Montmorency's contribution in packing in lesson 7, Packing by Jerome K. Jerome. Before we continue the lesson, let us recall the story learned so far. Packing is a humorous story. The narrator is proud of his packing art, but he thinks everybody cannot be a good packer. So is the case with his friends George and Harris. Moreover, Montmorency adds troubles to their packing. Now I'll read the 12th paragraph. Montmorency was in it all. Of course, Montmorency's ambition in life is to get in the way and be sworn at. If he can squirm in anywhere where he particularly is not wanted and be a perfect nuisance and make people mad and have things thrown at his head, then he feels his day has not been wasted. Here sworn at means be abused, squirm means move inside, nuisance means trouble. Actually, Montmorency was nothing but a big nuisance while the packing was going on. He always got in the way of everybody else and loved to be screamed at. He squirmed in anywhere where he was particularly not wanted and became a perfect nuisance and made people mad and had things thrown at his head. Now I'll read the next paragraph. To get somebody to stumble over him and curse him steadily for an hour is his highest aim and object, and when he has succeeded in accomplishing this, his conceit becomes quite unbearable. He came and sat down on things just when they were wanted to be packed, and he labored under the fixed belief that whenever Harris or George reached out their hand for anything, it was his cold, damp nose that they wanted. He put his leg into the jam and he worried the teaspoons, and he pretended that the lemons were rats and got into the hamper and killed 3 of them before Harris could land him with the frying pan. Here stumble means to hit foot against something. Curse means speak angrily. Accomplish means complete. Damp means wet. Pretend means act. Hamper means big basket. Whenever George or Harris reached out for something to pack, they found Montmorency's cold nose in the way. He sat down on things just when they were needed to be packed. He put his leg into the jam and got into the hamper and killed 3 of the lemons, thinking that they were rats. Finally, Harris landed him with the frying pan. In this way, Montmorency proved himself to be a nuisance during the packing process. Now I'll read the next paragraph. Harris said, I encouraged him. I didn't encourage him. A dog like that doesn't want any encouragement. It's the natural original sin that is born in him that makes him do things like that. The packing was done at 12:50 and Harris sat on the big hamper and said he hoped nothing would be found broken. George said that if anything was broken, it was broken, which reflection seemed to comfort him. He also said he was ready for bed. We were all ready for bed. Harris was to sleep with us that night and we went upstairs. Here, reflection means thought, sin means offense. Harris said it was the narrator who encouraged the dog to do such things. It is the natural original sin is born in Montmorency that makes him do things like that. The packing was finally over at 12:50 a.m. Harris sat on the big hamper. He hoped that nothing would be found broken in the bag. Now they decided to sleep. Now I'll read the last 2 paragraphs. We tossed for beds and Harris had to sleep with me. He said, do you prefer the inside or the outside, Jay? I said I generally prefer to sleep inside a bed. Harris said it was odd. George said, what time shall I wake you fellows? Harris said, 7. I said, no, 6, because I wanted to write some letters. Harris and I had a bit of row over it, but at last split the difference and said 6:30. Wake us at 6:30, George, we said. George made no answer, and we found, and going over, that he had been asleep for some time. So we placed the bath where he could tumble into it on getting out in the morning and went to bed ourselves. Here odd means strange, split means divide, difference means dispute, tumble means fall quickly. Harris asked Jerome if he preferred to sleep inside or outside the bed. The three of them had a discussion about when they should get up. Harris and Jerome had a bit of row over the time. Finally, they decided to wake up at 6:30 a.m. and slept. A bathtub was placed near George because he could tumble into the tub on getting out in the morning. I hope you find this story funny and interesting, students. Now, based on your understanding of the lesson, answer the questions. Now, answer each question below in a short paragraph, 30 or 40 words. Number 1. How many characters are there in the narrative? Name them. Second one, why did the narrator volunteer to do the packing? Number 3, how did George and Harris react to this? Did Jerome like their reaction? Fourth one, what was Jerome's real intention when he offered to pack? Fifth one, what did Harris say after the bag was shut and strapped? Why do you think he waited till then to ask? Sixth one, what horrible idea occurred to Jerome a little later? Seventh one, where did Jerome finally find the toothbrush? Eighth one, why did Jerome have to reopen the packed bag? Prepare answers to these questions. That's all today. Thank you very much.